I'm your host, Marquise, and welcome to Can I Get a Minute? My guest is a contemporary jazz pianist who has toured with Stanley Clarke, Stevie Wonder, Queen Latifah, Kenny Moore, Kirk Whalum, George Duke, Roy Ayers, and I'm sure there's more on top of that, right? You probably got more people there too. Yeah.
Oh man, the list goes on and on.
I know. So in 1995, Nick appeared on The Tonight Show featuring Jay Leno. And after leaving The Tonight Show, he built his own home studio, which I got to give you props for that because a lot of artists don't do that. They just keep on doing other things. And he has released 3 full albums and a handful of singles. Now, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. He is the 9th of 10 children. That's a busy household, right?
Yeah. Mom and Dad wasn't joking. They weren't joking.
And he's a Cleveland, Ohio native. And Knick Smith, welcome to the show. And with that being said, Knick Smith, can I get a minute?
Yes, you can. Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor and pleasure.
No problem. You know, Nick and I were talking earlier. We had this conversation offline and whatnot. We were talking about his music. His website is going to be on the top or on the bottom of the screen, I should say. It's nicksmithmusic.com. And I know all the people who watch the show love to look at the website while we're talking. So go there and find out more about my man. Tell us what's going on. Tell us what's going on, the next project and possible tours.
Well, what's happening right now, I'm in my studio. I'm working on a new project. It's going to be another contemporary record, and I think I'm going to call it Groove City. I'm doing some co-writing with a couple of people. One of the gentlemen I'm working with is a fellow by the name of Isaac Wiley. He was the drummer for the Jazz Band. And he wrote a beautiful ballad called Don't Throw It Away. And when I heard the song, I said, hey, man, let me record that. That's really nice because I want this song to be the answer to the song on my CD, Romance, entitled If You Let Me. Now, with these songs, they're romantic love songs because so much of the music today, we need to change because I'm against all this degrading against women and everything just being so, if it's okay to say, just over sexual, okay, in a negative way. Because women are queens. Without the woman, we would not be alive. So
and I'm ringing the bell. Yep.
So saying that, brothers, we got to respect these ladies and let them know how important they are and what they really mean to us. Okay.
Very true.
Just show them that, and everything should be fine.
Cool. So I want to ask you a question. Like, what is the method to your madness in putting together your songs? Because listen, he threw some stuff at me and I keep on coming at him. And I told him I was with my people the other day, and Mo Chillin', that's the first one that I listened to and I couldn't get on. I listened to everything else you sent me on Influence, right?
Okay.
And Mo Chillin' is like the jam to me, and I can't get it out my head. I mean, all your other stuff is great, but that Mo Chillin' one is just something that just I gotta play it. It's on my phone, man.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, when I mentioned that, like, what is the method to the madness of coming up with that? Because we spoke about authenticity, and I told you, I said, man, this dude, like, my people who are listening right now on the other side of the screen watching this, please go check him out because the authenticity in the music is just beyond anything that I've heard. The piano, the keys and everything. How do you do it, man?
Well, the title speaks for itself, Influence. And that's, growing up in my household in Cleveland, my dad introduced me to a lot of great music, okay? My first jazz concert was Duke Ellington. I was about 4 years old. And my brothers are musicians too, but I'm the only one in the family who continued to pursue a career. So More Chillin' is the answer to a song I did called Chillin' Mellow, which is on It's Like That CD. How I came up with that song, I had dreamed about Miles Davis one night, okay? And when I woke up in my dream, it was like he was in my room and he was sitting there looking at me. And in my dream, he just looked at me and said, go ahead. And I got up straight out of the bed. I didn't eat. I didn't do nothing. I went straight to my studio and that song came to my mind. And when people hear it, that's the first thing they say to me. They say, man, that's sort of got that Miles Davis real dark vibe, but I like it. So I have a slow version. My wife likes a slower version, and I kind of sped it up a little bit just to give it, a little different feel. So
I hear you.
So influence is the key. I mean, listening to all these great musicians who paved the way for us today, and we always got to pay homage and respect and honor them.
Oh, thank you. Ringing the bell on that one, too, because we have to. And that's what I tell these young cats when they try to get into the music business. You got to know the history of music before you start going forward. And I agree with you, too. There's too much sex in the music today. We got to get back to where we came from, where the mean stuff. All this music today, it really doesn't have any staying power.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
We've come off that era. Everything is just played and tossed aside. Come on, where's the next one? And then that's it. We need more authenticity, as we spoke about before. I read this in your bio, and I think this is so cool. And I want to share it with the people on the other side of the screen there. It says, Nick chose to be a jazz pianist because jazz is a spiritual, versatile, and challenging art form. His playing style is precise, free-flowing, and rhythmically diverse. And that is so true. Spirituality in music.
That's right.
How do you translate that? I mean, how do you feel it?
Well, music to me, it affects us in many ways. It can either make you happy or it can make you sad, because music is a reminder of everything that we do in life. I mean, how often have we heard a song and you may think it's someone special, or you may think it's someplace you've been. Okay. Mm-hmm. So, I try to keep the positive spirit going. Okay, because again, like I said, it's too much influence of negativity, and we need to stop that. I can't support anything that's pushing things that I wouldn't want to do. Okay, so I feel as though if I'm going to be the example, I got to set the example. And I want the music to always mean something. Mm-hmm. And, I love it when people tell me, man, I love that song, or it brought tears to my eyes, or, thank you. I met my wife or my girlfriend and we love this song. So that's what we need to get back into. Little basic songs like back in the day, Ain't No Woman Like the One I Got.
Yep.
Okay. That's very powerful right there. Okay. Versus, the negative terms that we hear that they use to describe women. So no, so that's the spirit to me.
I hear you. Hey, the other day you had said something to me. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
You had said something to me the other day, and I used it to end the show on the radio show this morning. You said to me, Billy Preston, nothing from nothing leaves nothing.
That's right.
And you said that, and I said, how am I going to end the show? I said, I'm going to play Billy Preston. And I told the people this morning, I was like, Nick Smith told me, and I said, Nick Smith gave me the idea for this song, and we went with it, and we ended the show with it today. But that's like good music. You know what I mean? There's meaning behind the music. So, hey, one more time, tell everybody, is there a date when the new song's going to come out?
No, I don't have a exact date yet. I don't want to quote nothing, and I'm not ready because I'm still debating on what songs I want to record next and what do I want to do. I mean, I have a gang of material, but it's just a matter, okay, which one? So now because of streaming, we don't have to do an hour long or longer worth of music like we used to.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I got a great suggestion from my buddy Will Downing, who's a phenomenal vocalist, and he made the suggestion to me. He said, "Look, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Just do about 5 to 6 tunes. You don't have to do an hour's worth of music. So now it's a matter of saying this one, and that one."
Right.
So I'm hoping to be done before the spring, and as soon as it's done, I will definitely let everyone know. I will put it on my website, post it on social media. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
And I was about to ask you that, so you stole my question. But where can we find your music online?
Okay, you can go on Spotify. My music is available on Amazon and I believe iTunes as well, because CD Baby, I don't think they distribute in CDs no more.
Right. That is true. You're right about that. Hey, his website, nicksmithmusic.com. Go ahead and check him out. Nick, it's been a pleasure having you on the show. I really appreciate this. Anytime I can grab some knowledge and have a good conversation, I know it's going to be a great interview.
Without a doubt. Thank you. The pleasure is mine. And, my only dream and wish is let's all come together and work together to make life better. Because the unity strengthens and division weakens. Okay. We don't. True. Life is too short for all this hate, division, and this craziness that we're being influenced to fight each other. Let's work together and create that chain of peace and love.
Words of wisdom. Definitely one to grow on from Knick Smith. Hey, thank you so much. It's been great having you on Can I Get a Minute? And when you could come back again and get another minute, you know what I mean? Hey, when you drop your new song.
Anytime. I'd
love to have you back.
Definitely. And if I'm in Kansas, you definitely must be at the show.
Oh, look, hey, you know what? You got my wheels turning about that. I've got like 4 or 5 artists that want to come here. And so, yeah, you know what? We're going to end this and we'll talk about that after we get off the air, because I got some people that are lined up already.
Great.
I think they want to come in, and maybe you can go ahead and like work with them. So
I would love to do that.
Yeah, and I'd love to have you here too and hang out.
Let's make it happen.
That's right. I hear you. Hey, that's it for Can I Get a Minute? I'm your host, Marquise. That was Knick Smith. Guys, go to our website at jazzmix95.com. You can listen to our station on all musical applications. That's it for this week. Keep spreading love. God bless you all. And I will see you next time on Can I Get a Minute? We're out.
All the best to everyone. Thank you.